It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, sure-handed wide receiver. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys, under the lights on Sunday night.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he fields it cleanly. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Dallas.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will be taken down here, but another big gain on the ground to start the drive. This one good for 16, and yet again a first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 6. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. From the 21 and 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Hey, look at this Cowboy defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Johnson's got it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. They'll drop to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the Seahawks 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down the right sideline. He may go.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 66 yards.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game.
There he goes, right side.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Back to throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that will lead to a third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot. And if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That was a nice run, a nice gain there as they head towards the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
And Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. one, but this time it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will sack.
Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Back to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and less than a yard.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
First down, Dallas.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Outright to Smith and Jigba.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 37-yard line.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
Second down and 6 now.
He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
187 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll set up a throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
It's a gain of 6. And a Cowboy first down.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
No gain on the play.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.